Hey, I'm Percy. I'm gonna be doing a tier list today of all of my things that I've baked so far in my baking career. Um, this is mostly an excuse for me to just show you images of all the cool baked goods I have and have them here as a collection. But I'm also going to be tier listing them to show the ones that I liked baking the most and the ones that I liked the most, and that are just really fun to bake or fun to eat because that's what matters most. That's mostly going to be off taste. But first up, let's get right into it. Is this one of the first things I remember baking? Is this red velvet cupcake? I don't really have many pictures of it, but this red velvet cupcake had cream cheese frosting on top of it. It was pretty good. I would just eat it, but it was red velvet's not the best. Not really that good, honestly. Kind of mid. B tier is kind of mid tier, but also it could be C. Low B tier for now. The tiers will be ordered. Brownies, another easy beginner one. And the thing about these brownies is I put this meltable chocolate on top of it, and that was weird and bad because it made it crunchy, even the brownies were chewy, and it didn't contribute. It didn't actually taste that good. It's B tier, but it's higher than the red velvet ones, and it's really good banana bread. If you have extra bananas laying around that have gotten overripe, then make it. It was really nice. It was moist. Chocolate chips were good in it. This is S tier because I made it a lot later on, but even the first one was good. They were all good. Then there's this. This is a lemon blueberry pie. Not pie. You can see there's a lot of pies. I made a lot of pies, but this is like a pound cake, lemon blueberry pound cake. This was honestly still low compared to other things, but it was good at the time. It was really good. I think this is high B tier or low A tier. I'll put it low B tier because of how much better this vanilla pound cake was. This is what I was chasing when I was making the lemon blueberry pound cake. Is I was chasing something as good as this. This was really good. Vanilla, yeah. This is A tier, but the banana bread is still way better. These are pumpkin muffins with crumbs on it. These were honestly really good. These were the first one that I made where it was just it didn't really go with any meals. I just ate it, and I sat around the house and I just ate it over the course of a week, and that was really good. Eating them. These are also A tier, I think below the pound cake. These are the nerdiest things I baked, and kind of the nerdiest things I made, similar to the pumpkins with the spaceys. The Melee pumpkins. This is a Melee Shine sugar cookie with the shine from Melee, Super Smash Brothers. They were pretty good. They were sugar cookies. Sugar cookies never really go bad. Cookies in general are always great to have. Low A tier. These were the first macaroons I made. They tasted amazing. They have the feet. We share that part right below the main part of it. That's the crumbly part. And these were S tier. These were amazing to eat and just munch on. And I brought them to a place. And this next part I made. I'm going to be tier listing together, but I made a lot more than just this. These were brookies, where they're brownies and cookies, and macaroons in a box. And the macaroons were even better than the first ones. They were more pink. They tasted better, and the brookies were also probably an S tier if tier listed by itself. And this is the best thing I made. That's tier listed so far, but this is obviously. If you had it, it didn't compare. Yeah, I also just made cookies and brownies separately, besides just the brookies, but those aren't tier listed. And next, there's this bread I made. First time making bread. Bread is very cool. This actually wasn't the best bread. I put this bread in in French onion soup, and because we were making it in French onion soup, I cut it all up. I cut it all into little tiny pieces that you put on top of it. And I wasn't actually using it like for like a sandwich or a slice of bread for anything. So, that brings it down because of that mistake, because I did that, but also just wasn't the best bread. It didn't really taste that good actually. So it's like, I think it's low A tier, high B. I'll put it high B tier. Actually, no, the pound cake was better. This B tier. But I do want to make bread more in the future. It has high skill ceiling. And this tart here, even though it's not a pie, begins the era of pie making. This tart was made at the same time as the key lime pie, which is next. And it is I actually like tarts a lot, but I messed up this tart because of the strawberry sauce you see on top of it. It's a strawberry sauce, but it wasn't really that saucy. They were kind of just like melted mushy strawberries in it, because we didn't make the sauce completely as good as I would hope. So you're just having like strawberry seeds and such in the actual pie, which, if you didn't know, doesn't taste very good. And so that brought it down a lot, even though the rest of the crust and the actual tart thing was pretty good. This is A tier. This is like right here. It's a good spot for that. But yeah, as I mentioned before, there's also the key lime pie here, which is made at the same time as the tart. You can see in the background. It's this key lime pie. This is the whole reason we made pies in the first place, because I really wanted key lime pie, because I had ice cream that tasted like key lime pie and wanted to really like it. But yeah, key lime pie. The tartness was really good. It's on the verge of S tier, I think. Although it's not S tier because it's not really that memorable. I don't really remember it that much. It didn't have a wow factor for me. It didn't strike me that much. I think right next to the tart is actually fair, but putting next to the tart should be lower because of the strawberry is in it. Actually, I remember. So the tart's bottom of A tier. It makes it though, or never mind. Bottom of B tier. I mean top of B tier. So blueberry crumble pie is the next on the list. This was a really, really good pie. Actually, not really. It didn't have a wow factor. I just remember this pie. The first pie with a pie crust, the blueberry sauce and the crumble was good. It just tasted well. I like the flavor of blueberry from this. Yeah, this is top of A tier, I think. Yeah, it's actually not top of A tier. Doesn't make sense for S tier. This does though. This lemon meringue pie. This showed me instantly. Bottom of S tier. That makes sense. It showed me how much I love lemon. This was great. I like lemon meringue pie a lot. And so the next is pecan pie in the era of pies. Pecan pie is a classic southern pie. But it's not actually my favorite. I'm not actually the biggest fan of pecan pie. I think it was a very well made pie, the one that I made. But I just don't like pecan pies in general. It was crunchy. It was sweet. The pie crust was good. It was flaky. It was just well made. I just don't like pecans that much right now. I think it was above the key lime pie though, but not as good as the vanilla pound cake. The next is this strawberry rhubarb pie. This is the only time I've ever had rhubarb. Rhubarb is not that common here. But yeah, we made the cool pie crust. We put egg wash on the crust of it to make it look cool, and we put the cool interwoven pie crust cut up. And yeah, it looks cool, but I'm not the biggest fan of strawberry rhubarb pie. This is also, I think this is worse than the tart. I think this is like right here, honestly. Yeah, I prefer this. I think, yeah, I'm more proud of the strawberry rhubarb pie because of how cool it looks, but I preferred eating the blueberry lemon pound cake. The next up are these scones, these blueberry vanilla scones. They were also really well made. I'm not the biggest fan of scones, but this turned my head, honestly, on how scones, how good scones can be. I think scones are right here. Yeah, I really like the scones. They were mushy and gooey. And not mushy. They were not mushy. Mushy scones aren't good, but like melted in your mouth is the word I'm looking for. With the words. Okay, and also next up is these carrot cake cupcakes, which I made recently. These I made these because I saw someone who made actual carrot cake, and I wanted to make that, but I didn't really have a cake pan at the time, so I made cupcakes instead. But cupcakes are not very. They don't encapsulate the goodness of a carrot cake, because a carrot cake, the good part is that it's like moist, and it's like it tastes really good with this, and the cream cheese frosting is amazing on carrot cake. But this wasn't as moist because it was a cupcake, and it wasn't as dense, and it wouldn't taste very good. It wasn't, not that it tasted bad, but it just didn't like appear out. It wasn't wow factor. I know it's right here next to the other cupcake, or the muffin, whatever you would call it. I think it's, yeah, right here, worse than the key lime. But carrot cake definitely has potential to be better. So next up is these Oreos I did in a cook-along in the A-Cult with AZ and a bunch of other people, Carnison Bay and Red Flag. And Pie, I think. But yeah, these Oreos, I didn't make these Oreos ahead of time with the cook-along, which I should have done, because I would have realized you could make them smaller to make them actually like Oreos. And I didn't make enough frosting for the big cookies. So these are essentially just cookies with mint frosting, because I made them mint. But it was really good cookies, regardless if they looked like Oreos actually or not. I didn't get Dutch processed cocoa either, which probably brought it down. It's not S tier though, definitely, but it is I think above the pecan pie for me. Cookies are always just really good. And the last but not least is this cheesecake. This cheesecake I baked the most recently. This was amazing. Definitely up here. I'm not sure if it beats the macaroons and brookies, but it definitely could. This was amazing. It was creamy. It was the graham cracker crust, the strawberry sauce on it actually looked good, unlike the tart. It was perfected. I'm talking it up so much. It could be recency bias, but it might be above the macaroons and brookies. Anyway, it's also why I had the idea for making this tier list to show. But that's my tier list. Actually, you know what? It's missing something in the bottom 2 tiers. I added one more thing to the tier list because it was missing something in these bottom 2 tiers. You notice not a lot of baking things are that bad, because honestly, baking can't really be that bad unless you add too much baking soda or do something bad like that, or are German for some reason. That's a reference to the cocoa. But these shit donuts 1.jpg, as you can see. These were one of the first things I remember baking on my own, and it was these donuts that were at the time were like a gimmick. They made it with a gimmick, and these weren't very good. It wasn't D tier, but C tier at most. It was, as you can see, they don't look very good. It just wasn't. They were meant to be donuts. I didn't know what I was doing. It wasn't good. Anyway, so that concludes my tier list. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you liked looking at my cool food I've baked. Thank you for watching. Yeah, thank you again for watching my video. This is the second time I recorded it, because the first time I recorded it without using a microphone in OBS. The tier lists were actually kind of different, so this is what the 2 different tier lists looks like. And that's about it. See you next time.